Hi everybody, I'm back with another video, and today is going to be a video, an updated video I should say, on Huggies Little Movers in a size 7. These are for 41 pounds and over, and it is a box of 36 diapers. I've done a video on Huggies Little Movers right when they came out at the start of 2020, I believe. It might have been like February or March of 2020. But I have not done a video on them since, and they've actually gone and done a slight redesign and a slight rebranding. Obviously, as you can see here, the font on the box is a little different. The tagline with our perfect fitting diaper is in a different font as well. And of course you have the count size is a little bit less, which obviously we can probably owe to inflation and things like that. You're not getting I think it was 41 in the last time they announced the box, or where they had this size box. It was a 41 or a 42 count, and now it's down to 36. But I will say that they've done some good things with these designs, and one of the things that they've done that I really like is that it is now a much softer diaper, and of course the designs are just as cute with Lion King on them there. And yeah, so we'll do a little bit of a product tour. You see here it says Disney patterns as cute as you, baby, and then it has Huggies and their Project Hug initiative, which is a charity that they are using to both support their communities and a sustainable planet. So that's a cool thing. And then of course the Huggies rewards there in the quarter, something you can get into and get some discounts and get some nice Huggies swag and free diapers and stuff like that. So something to look into as well with these. Now we do have a more detailed product tour here on the back. So of course you have the Little Movers tagline here with designed for worry-free running, jumping, and playing. So of course it's a fit for active babies and toddlers. And of course you have the double grip strips, the dry touch liner, the soft contoured leg protection, the wetness indicator there on the front, the pocketed waistband, and of course they're hypoallergenic. Now one thing that I really do enjoy that they do here on this box is they show the patterns. So that's really cool. Here you get an idea of what exactly it looks like. That's something I wish more companies did. I think I've talked about that in many videos where I do appreciate whenever that is done on a box of diapers, so you can see exactly what the designs look like. Now if you go here you can kind of see that up close as well, and then you get the Simba there and the whole Disney baby thing going there. And then of course if you really want to see in, you have the little handle here as well where you can do that. So yeah, really big fan of these, of course, and really happy to get a new video out with them. So without any further ado, we will go and move on to showing you the designs themselves. You know, we're pretty excited to show you these. Not much has changed, but there's little subtle differences that I think are positive changes for these Huggies Little Movers. So we'll show that, and then we'll get you on your way. But again, really excited to do this video for y'all today. So one thing that you'll notice right away if you go back and watch my older video on the Little Movers from a couple of years ago is that they have made the size 7 a bit of a taller rise. So these are actually functioning a lot more like a size 7. I think if I was to do a size comparison between a size 7 from the old pack and a size 6 from the old pack, they were almost identical. Now these are clearly a little bit taller. So that's one really positive change. And obviously you have slightly different designs. They are mainly the same, but there's a couple little things like the Pumbaa here, and then, or is that Timon? But you get the idea that they're a little bit different. The characters here are slightly different placements. And you also have here on the bottom of the diaper, it has the Kimberly-Clark Worldwide, and then it has the size 7 there, and that was not on the previous ones. And then you have that nice back indicator there on both of the designs. And of course these really strong grip strips, which is another thing that is a hallmark of the Little Movers, of course. Now one thing with the diaper itself, and I've probably mentioned this in the other Little Movers videos I've done, but those past Little Movers had a very rigid kind of, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but crispy, like it doesn't, kind of cardboardy, very pulpy, kind of like paper-like absorbent core and padding, and that is slightly different on these. With these new ones, it's a lot softer, and when it's wet, the way it absorbs is a lot more natural to me. I think one of the things that the old ones had was it had this like such a dry feeling while it was wet. It really soaked all the moisture in, so that when you were actually feeling it, it was dry to the touch despite being wet. Now these don't necessarily have that same feeling. It feels a little bit mushier when it's wet, but it's still absorbing just as fast, if not better. I think the absorption is a little bit more spread out and not quite as centralized with that dry touch. So I think that's actually a positive change to these, is that they absorb a little bit more true to form that you would expect from a diaper, and it doesn't really have that super dry touch liner, but it does still keep the wetness, in place and prevents leaks. So that's something to note with these. Just a lot more of a normal, doesn't have kind of, I don't even know what they call it on the back, but I guess the idea of that dry touch liner is still there, but it doesn't feel as invasive. It doesn't feel like it's making the entire diaper kind of, the sog down to one area. It's more well distributed. So I say that's a big feature that these have now, and just a lot more comfortable. And I think the grip strips there, obviously the same, and still has the stretchy waistband. It still has that pocket as well. The quote-unquote poop pocket, as it is known. It has that here where it has that pocketed waistband. So that's something that is interesting on these. And then, of course, you have that kind of diamond quilt there in the front, which is always nice as well for absorbency. So those are the two things that I noticed straight off the bat, was that slight design change and then that difference in absorption. So going forward, something to monitor with these, but I really do think these are a good option because of just how absorbent they are, and they're taller rise. They obviously fit 41 pounds and over, and they can kind of be used for day or nighttime because they do have that good absorbency. They have that wetness indicator there on the front, and those vibrant designs. So kind of all around a really cool option. One of my favorites. I'm really happy that Little Movers came out in a size 7. I was always such a big fan of Little Movers. Even when they had the Mickey designs, they went through, the Winnie the Pooh designs, they went to the Mickey designs. They had 3 or 4 iterations of different Mickey designs, and then they went to the Lion King. And I think that adding the size 7 was such a good, cool thing for them to do with this line. And really happy that Huggies made that decision to do that. So definitely shout out to Kimberly Clark for that, making the size 7. Now it will be the next thing we'll have to see is if they do end up making the 5T6, which is kind of the equivalent to a size 7 diaper, if they end up doing that with their pull-ups line, or if they even expand the size 7s to their Snug and Dry diaper line, or their special delivery or their overnights. So different things to see, because right now their only size 7 diaper that they make is in the Little Movers. Of course, their pull-ups line only goes up to 4T5, which is the equivalent of a size 6 diaper, and then you have their Goodnights, obviously, which are up to 125 pounds, but that is a separately marketed, it's not marketed under the Huggies label like the other ones are. So that's something to look out for. We'll see. I would like to see, I don't necessarily know if they'll ever go to the Snug and Dry in a size 6. It would be cool to see them go to in a size 7 with a Snug and Dry. It would be really cool to see them go to the overnights in a size 7. I would love to see that. So that's one thing that I do wish for Huggies in the future, is that we do get those overnights in a size 7. But for now, yeah, this was the size 7 Little Movers, and again, just a good option, just a really good diaper. You can get them on Amazon or Walmart.com for like next day shipping, and they're just a really solid option. And one more thing to plug with these is the subscribe and save. I think there's not only the normal subscribe and save discount on Amazon, but there was also a discount specifically to the Little Movers Huggies, where you were able to get, I want to say something like 20% off in addition to the normal subscribe and save discount. So I think it ended up being $14 for the box, which is pretty incredible because, with the way things are going nowadays, it ends up being a lot more expensive for diapers now, and that was a really good deal with the subscribe and save. And one thing to note is, with those subscribe and save deals, you don't have to subscribe. You can cancel at any time after you place the initial subscription. So that's one thing to note there. One thing to look out for if you're thinking about getting them, that you can use those Amazon discounts to your advantage. So yeah, really do appreciate you sticking with me as we got through this Little Movers review here, and really hope that you enjoy the channel, and that if you are not subscribed, that you make that decision to subscribe, because I'm going to be coming out with more and more videos as we go forward here, and really happy to see the growth of the channel, and just really love interacting with y'all. So thanks again, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back hopefully later this week with another video. All right, thank you.